and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. And today's the 1st of August. Officially the 1st of August. And I will be going over my favourites for the month of July. So July was quite a busy month for us, wasn't it, dear?
Very.
Very busy. David's just sat there playing his computer games. And yeah, we were sort of busy every single weekend. So very, very busy. Lots and lots of things to be getting on with. So therefore, not much television watch. So there's no TV favourites here. But hey, I don't know why I'm jumping the gun. I'm going to go straight in with what I always do and talk about my favourite book of the month. So my favourite book of this month was The Sunlight Pilgrims by Jenny Fagan. Unfortunately, I don't have it here as it has had to go back to the library, but I will insert a photo of it because it is the most beautiful front cover I've ever seen. I would like it as art on my wall. That's how strongly I feel about it. Strong. So The Sunlight Pilgrims is a wonderful, wonderful book. I really, really loved it, and it was quite a surprise to me. Like, I picked it up thinking, like, I'd heard about it on BookTube. It was another recommendation I got through BookTube. And thought, oh yeah, that sounds like something I might like. And when I just absolutely adored it. So it tells the story of like a few years in the future, and there's been it's the start of an ice age basically, and a chap has migrated to Scotland, to a small village, to a caravan that his mother and grandmother bought before they died, and he meets a girl up there who has a daughter called Stella, who Stella individually is one of my favourite characters of all books ever. Stella is a trans character, which is I don't think I've read any books with I've read very little books with trans characters in, and she's very young, so she's coming to terms with it herself, and her mother's coming to terms with it, and people that used to know her as a boy are coming to terms with it, but that's such a sort of like small part of the book that it's really not glossed over in an insensitive way, just in a matter-of-fact way, which is people are trans, it's a matter of fact. And yeah, it was just absolutely brilliant. I love the imagery, I love the setting. I adored it. I really, really loved it, and I can't wait to. I've got the Panopticon out from the library at the moment. Lean over! I've got the Panopticon out from the library at the moment by Jenny Fagan, so I'm looking forward to reading that as well. But I absolutely adored it, and do you know what? I would go back and read it again. I feel like maybe I will read that again next year because I just really, really loved it. So that's my favourite book of the month. My favourite film of the month. David and I went to see Ghostbusters. Dun 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 dun. You've got to join in now. Go on. You can do it. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. I knew he'd get in at some point. I knew it. I knew you couldn't resist. And I loved this film. Now, it was just so awesome. Like, I've seen the original a few times, but it's not like I just scratched my own face. But it's not like one of my like childhood classics. So I didn't feel upset that it had been remade. Maybe I know there's a lot of hype going on. There's a lot of stuff going on about it, but I didn't feel like that upset that it had been remade. But the four women that are in it are all awesome. Like, they're all absolutely amazing women. I love Melissa McCarthy anyway. David and I, when we first got together, we used to watch what's that program called? Mike and Molly, which is this American sitcom with Melissa McCarthy, who plays Molly in it. So I love her anyway, and she's brilliant in Bridesmaids. Kristen Wiig, I really enjoy as well, also in Bridesmaids, and a few other things I've seen her in. But the two other girls, Kate McKinnon and I've forgotten Leslie Jones, were awesome. They were just so funny. Kate McKinnon, I think I might leave David for her. That's how strongly I feel. I loved her in that. I thought she was amazing. I've never seen her or Leslie Jones in anything, and they were both awesome. It was just such a cool, fun film with like four women just kicking ass, being awesome, no dramas, no like backstory about a man that someone loved and they're doing it for him, or it just was fun, awesome, awesome, awesome. I can't wait for it to come out on Blu-ray. I'll probably watch it once a day. That's how much I enjoyed it. As I mentioned earlier, there's no favourite TV from the month. We haven't really watched any TV at all, have we, this month? We've just been so busy, so no favourite TV of the month. But I do have, and I used to do this when I first started doing my my favourite videos, a favourite YouTuber. David and I have been watching a lot of Saucony Jolie videos. So the Saucony Jolies are a family, a chap called Jonathan, his wife Anna, and their 2 kids, Amelia and Eduardo, and they're just like daily vlogging basically about their family, but they are just such fun to watch, and they just bring smiles to mine and David's face. So we don't really catch up daily, do we? We tend to watch like about 3 or 4 in a go, normally with dinner or something, and we both just love doing it, and it's just such a fun thing to watch, isn't it? Why do you like watching them so much?
They're just nice.
They're just nice, but they're just really fun, and the kids are adorable, and it's just happy watching, and we really enjoy watching it. So we've been watching a lot of that. I think that's like the first sort of like vlogger you've really like subscribed to and enjoyed watching, really, isn't it, for you?
Yeah, there's no other.
Like you've watched a lot of like gamers and things like that.
Yeah,
they're the first sort of people.
There's a couple of. Well, it depends. Yeah, of somebody that's not an actual subject. It's just their lives.
Yeah. Then yeah, that is it. And then before I go on to the 2 experiences of that I've had in experiences, just fun days out I've had in July. My last thing I wanted to show you was, oh no, it's got a stain down the bottom. I bought this in Primark, Team Gryffindor nightshirt, and I've barely taken it off since. I love wearing this nightshirt. I haven't worn a nightie in years. I'm always in pyjamas, but I bought this. I've barely taken it off since. I absolutely love it. And do you know what? I think it was a £5 in Primark. So I absolutely love it. Really comfy. Very in keeping with Harry Potter being out yesterday. Haven't read it yet. We'll talk about it at some point. Yeah, enjoying this. So the last 2 things I want to talk about, favourite things. The first one was that I went to Edinburgh at the beginning of the month, which was amazing. I vlogged the weekend. We went for one night. David and I went for one night. One night only. And I vlogged that, so I will link the link down below, and my book haul that I got, the books that I bought in Edinburgh as well. It was awesome. So my dear friend Brittany from Under the Radar Books was over visiting Edinburgh with her husband and her husband's family. So we met up with Brittany and her husband for dinner, which was awesome. Just had an amazing catch up. We'd never met in real life before, so it was awesome. And then the next day we went book shopping with Jean from Jean's Bookish Thoughts, which was also incredible. It was just the most bestest bookish weekend. Like, I couldn't wipe the smile off my face for days after, because I just had such a lovely time. On the flight on the way home, I just kept turning to David going, this has just been the perfect weekend. And it really was. It was just so amazing, bookish, meeting new people, like friends that I'd been friends with on BookTube for a long time, meeting them in real life. Amazing food, amazing books, amazing sightseeing, just all wonderful, and I've done it in a vlog below, so please do go and check that out. And then I've just had my dear friend Dolores, who I used to live with at university, her and her husband come to stay this weekend, and we had a really lovely weekend. So on the Friday night we went to an open air cinema screening of Star Wars, the new Star Wars, which was awesome, although very cold. We wouldn't think like July is cold, and everything was soaking, wasn't it? It must have been like a really moist night because everything was really soaking, but we had a really good time watching that, which was lovely, with Dolores Darren and then my cousin Laura and her husband Tom. And then on the Saturday we went to Whitstable. So Whitstable is a coastal town in the county that I live in England. It is just an amazing place, and I didn't realise how close it was to us on the train. We always tend to drive, but it was super close on the train, and David and I are definitely going to be nipping on the train down there again. And it was just lovely. It was an oyster and beer festival, so we had a few oysters. My friend Jenny did not have an oyster. She does not like an oyster. So it was myself and David, Dolores and Darren, and my friend Jenny, her husband Tom, and their daughter Molly, who is adorable. She's my goddaughter. She is the cutest. We just had a lovely time, didn't we? Sat on the beach, had a little look around the shops, ate some oysters, the boys had some beers, I had a mocktail, very nice, and that was just lovely. Whitstable is such a nice place. If any of you have been to Whitstable, then let me know, because I adore Whitstable. And tell me your favourite things to do in Whitstable, because David and I want to get down there all the time now. So we've stayed there before, actually. They've got some fishermen's huts. We stayed there for David's birthday last year. Oh, it's a bloody shame I wasn't vlogging then, because that would have been a lovely thing to vlog, which was lovely. So yeah, that was lovely. And then Sunday, which was yesterday, we went to breakfast at my cousin's cafe, which was amazing, and then we went for a walk along the beach, and it was just such a perfect weekend. I mean, we're knackered, but it was just lovely. So that's what I've been up to in July. Pleased to see the weather's cooled down, because it was a bit hot in July for a few times for me. Couldn't really cope. But now, actually, today, I'm not afraid to say it, I was a bit cold. which is nice because I don't like being hot. But that is what I've been up to in July. What have you guys been up to in July? Do you have your favourites for July? What's your favourite book? What's your favourite film? What's your favourite thing you did? What's your favourite food you ate? I don't know about my favourite food I ate. I've been eating some good food, haven't I?
You
I've
have.
been eating lots of good food. And that is my favourites for this month, and I will see you all again shortly for my wrap-up. Bye!